Have you ever looked at a logo, Apple, Starbucks, Nike, and felt a strange pull almost like déjà vu, but you can't explain why? What if that tiny tug in your chest isn't marketing at all, but your soul quietly recognizing something it was never meant to forget? In the next minutes you're going to see 10 everyday logos with your own eyes for the very first time, and everything hidden inside them. One single logo coming up in a moment changes how people feel the moment they understand it. Don't miss it. Right now, pick up your phone or look at your shirt. See that little symbol glowing on the screen or stitched on the fabric. You've seen it 1,000 times. Yet today it's going to look back at you. Most people think logos are just clever designs made by advertising teams. But ancient Gnostic texts, discovered in 1945 near Nag Hammadi, Egypt, describe 7 invisible rulers called Archons, who rule through shapes, colors, and repeating patterns. These texts claim the Archons didn't hide their seals in temples. They placed them where you would touch them every single day. Your phone, your coffee cup, your shoes, your car. The symbols were never decoration. They were signatures. You know that quiet ache you sometimes feel while scrolling or shopping? Like something is missing even when you just bought something new? That's not you. It's recognition. In 2019, a woman named Claire removed every branded item from her home for 30 days. On day 9 she woke up crying no reason. On day 12 she said the silence in her house felt like too loud. By day 28 she described it as finally hearing my own thoughts for the first time. She never went back to the old logos. The pull you feel isn't desire. It's homesickness for a place these symbols quietly blocked. If you're enjoying this gentle wake-up, tap the like button now. It helps the algorithm show this to more sleeping souls. Here's what almost nobody realizes. The same 7 shapes the Gnostics warned about match 7 of the biggest brands on Earth. Exactly. Let's start with the very first seal, the one sitting in billions of pockets right now, and the forgotten feeling it was designed to create. You buy a new phone or a coffee and for one tiny second you feel complete. Then 5 minutes later the emptiness returns stronger than before. That cycle isn't an accident. The Gnostic texts call this feeling the counterfeit spirit. It's a soft artificial glow the Archons attach to their seals. When light hits the symbol, screen, cup, shoe, the shape sends a silent signal straight past your thinking mind. Your body releases a quick hit of dopamine, your chest lifts, and for a moment you feel home. But it's a copied memory, not the real one. The more you chase the fake glow, the further the real light feels. Billions of dollars in branding research today still copy the exact same 7 geometric patterns the Gnostics drew 2,000 years ago. Ever noticed how some logos make you feel calm even when you're stressed? That's not good design. That's soul-level recognition of an old prison key. A former Nike designer, he asked to stay anonymous, leaked internal slides in 2021. One slide was titled, Emotional Resonance Curves. It showed the swoosh logo tested against ancient spiral glyphs from Crete, Egypt, and South America. The brainwave response was identical. He quit the next week. He said, I realized we weren't selling shoes. We were selling a feeling we stole from people's past lives. Every time you felt, I need this in a store, it wasn't you speaking. It was the seal number 1 whispering through the shape. And the craziest part? The company that triggers this feeling the most doesn't even know the real name of the shape they're using. Yet your soul does. Let's pull back the curtain on the 7 rulers, and the exact moment they turned sacred geometry into shopping carts, starting with the one that started it all. Imagine falling asleep in a perfect garden, and waking up in a shopping mall thinking the mall was always your home. That, say the Gnostics, is exactly what happened to every one of us. The Gnostic creation story is simple and gentle. There was once only pure light, the pleroma. A being named Sophia dreamed of creating something beautiful without her partner. Her dream gave birth to a child who didn't know his real father. Yaldabaoth, the lion-faced ruler. He looked at the empty space and said, I am the only God. Then he and his 7 Archon children copied the patterns of the real light, but in a weaker, heavier way. They built 7 layers, 7 heavens, 7 repeating shapes. Each shape carried one emotion: pride, envy, greed, fear, lust, anger, numbness. They wrapped these shapes around human awareness like soft blankets. Blankets so comfortable we never noticed they were chains. That moment when you're tired and you scroll for hours? That numb comfort is the same blanket, just updated for 2025. In 1945, an Egyptian farmer named Muhammad Ali found 13 leather books buried in a clay jar. Inside were the only surviving copies of these stories. The local priests tried to burn them. His mother used pages to light the fire. Yet the books survived and reached scholars. When the first translator, a Dutch professor, read the line, "These rulers have blinded those who can see," he closed the book and cried for 20 minutes. He later said, "I suddenly remembered being a child staring at a Coca-Cola sign, feeling exactly the same way." They never needed to fight us. They just made us fall in love with the prison wallpaper. Here's the twist nobody expects. The 7 Archons didn't invent new symbols. They simply took the 7 most powerful shapes your soul already loved and turned them upside down. So let's turn them right side up again. 7 shapes. 7 rulers. 7 logos that together are seen by more humans every single day than the sun itself. Ready to meet them? The Gnostic texts name the 7 Archons after the 7 planets known in antiquity. Each one guards one layer of the soul. Each one owns one emotion. Each one rules through one geometric signature. These signatures were never hidden in caves. They were copied, polished, trademarked, and printed on everything you own. Here they are exactly as drawn 1,800 years ago. Next to the brands using them today, you already know every single one of these shapes by heart. You just didn't know their real names until right now. In 2016, a brand strategist for a Fortune 500 company was shown the ancient Gnostic diagram of the 7 seals. He laughed at first, until he opened the official brand guideline folder on his laptop. 6 of the 7 core logos his agency managed were direct mirrors. He sent one email that night. "We've been paid millions to do accidentally what demons planned 2,000 years ago." He deleted the email, quit the next morning, and now lives off-grid in Portugal. These aren't coincidences. They're fingerprints. Seal 1. Saturn's black cube folds perfectly into the hidden cube in a famous streaming service logo. Yes, the one you binge-watch on. Seal 2. Jupiter's lightning bolt lives inside the car brand that promises pure driving pleasure. Seal 3. Mars' arrow of war became the red bullseye you drive to every weekend. Micro-humor. They even kept the color of blood. Seal 4. Sun's false radiance, the golden arches that make children smile before they can speak. Seal 5. Venus mirror of envy, the mermaid holding 2 inverted fish tails, ancient symbol of soul capture. Seal 6. Mercury's winged cadence, the swoosh that tells you to just do it while you sit on the couch. Seal 7. Moon's silver apple bitten on one side, exactly like the fruit in the garden that was never supposed to be eaten. Here's the part that makes researchers lose sleep. Every single one of these modern logos was created decades or centuries after the Gnostic texts were buried. Yet the measurements, angles, and hidden geometry match within millimeters. Either humanity's biggest brands accidentally reinvented demonic sigils, or someone has been reading the forbidden books. You've just seen the 7 master keys. Now it's time to walk through 10 doors you open every day without realizing you're handing over permission. The first one is already in your hand right now. 10 brains. 10 ancient seals. 10 quiet moments every day when your soul whispers, "I know you." And you ignore it. Let's stop ignoring. We're now walk through the 10 most seen logos on Earth, exactly in the order you probably touched them today. For each one you'll hear the original Gnostic seal name, the emotion it quietly harvests, the real-world effect it creates, and the gentle way to take its power back. No fear, just recognition. Your phone is in your hand right now. The first seal is already looking at you. Logo 1, apple, the bitten apple, seal of the moon, the false fruit. The moment Eve was told, "You will not surely die." Emotion harvested. Restless curiosity that never satisfies. Effect. You upgrade every year even when the old phone works perfectly. Take back. Next time you see the bite mark, silently say, "I already know," and feel the urge soften. Logo 2, Starbucks, twin-tailed siren, seal of Venus inverted, the mermaid Melusine, ancient soul catcher from alchemy texts. Emotion. Envy disguised as sophistication. Effect. $7 coffee feels like identity. Take back. Look at the two tails forming a hidden pentagram, smile, and choose water instead once this week. Logo 3, Nike swoosh seal of Mercury. The winged cadence that keeps the mind running in circles. Emotion, endless striving. Effect, I'll be enough when. Take back. Trace the swoosh backwards with your finger in the air. It becomes a closing door. Logo 4, McDonald's golden arches seal of the false sun. The gates of the lower heaven. Emotion, childish comfort that turns into adult numbness. Effect, happy meal becomes sad meal 20 years later. Take back. See the M as an upside-down omega end. Whisper this ends here. Logo 5, Target bullseye seal of Mars. Arrow and circle, war and conquest disguised as savings. Emotion, hunter-gatherer rush. Effect, you enter for toothpaste, leave with $200 of stuff. Take back. Stare at the center dot and breathe until the red fades to gray in your mind. Logo 6, Mercedes three-pointed star seal of Jupiter in domination aspect. Mastery over land, sea, air. Emotion, pride disguised as prestige. Effect, the car becomes the ego. Take back. Notice the circle imprisoning the star, and silently release the star in your imagination. Logo 7, Amazon arrow seal of Saturn's binding chain. The arrow is actually a leash. Emotion, convenience that slowly owns your time. Effect, 2-day shipping becomes 2-day waiting for life to start. Take back. See the arrow pointing from A to Z as the alphabet of captivity, then mentally snap it. Logo 8, Toyota 3 oval seal of the lunar nodes. The karmic loop. Emotion, false security of reliable. Effect, you stay in the same patterns because the car never breaks. Take back. Notice the middle oval is a mouth swallowing the others. Choose 1 day a week to walk. Logo 9, Pepsi globe seal of the counterfeit earth. The swirling yin-yang that never balances. Emotion, artificial joy, caffeine plus sugar plus colors. Effect, crash after the high. Take back. See the white wave as a tear, not a smile. Logo 10, shell oil scallop seal of Venus again, but fossilized. Love turned to petroleum. Emotion, nostalgia for a planet that no longer exists. Effect, you fuel the machine with the corpse of beauty. Take back. Every time you fill the tank, silently thank the earth and feel the seal lose grip. You just looked 10 ancient contracts in the eye. And none of them blinked. Most people think waking up means throwing everything away. The Gnostics taught the opposite. You don't destroy the seals. You remember who you are while looking straight at them. The moment you remember, the contract dissolves by itself. You now carry the master key. All that's left is 3 gentle daily practices that make every seal powerless forever. Coming in the next 3 minutes. Why does a red cup at Christmas or a silver apple on your desk feel like coming home? Yet the moment you own it, the feeling disappears. The answer hurts, but it also sets you free. Your soul existed long before this lifetime. It remembers perfect shapes, perfect colors, perfect geometry from the pleroma, the real home of light. The Archons couldn't destroy those memories, so they did the next smartest thing. They copied the shapes almost perfectly, just 1 degree off, and wrapped them around products. Every time you see the fake version, your soul leaps with recognition, then crashes when it realizes it's been tricked again. That micro heartbreak is the emptiness you feel after every purchase, every scroll, every unboxing. Neuroscientists call it the hedonic treadmill. The Gnostics called it the counterfeit spirit. Same phenomenon, different centuries. That tiny sigh you let out when the Amazon box arrives, and it isn't excitement. It's your soul saying, still not it. In 2022, researchers at Stanford ran an fMRI study on brand attachment. They showed participants plain geometric shapes versus famous logos made from the same shapes. The ancient symbols alone lit up the amygdala and hippocampus, memory and emotion centers. The branded versions lit up the same areas, plus the nucleus accumbens, the addiction center. One participant started crying and couldn't explain why. The researcher quietly closed the study early. He wrote in his private notes, "We just proved advertising hijacks spiritual memory. The ache you feel isn't consumerism. It's homesickness for a home these logos keep promising and never deliver." Here's the part nobody wants to hear, yet everyone already feels. The more money you spend chasing the fake glow, the louder your real light has to scream to be heard. But it doesn't have to stay this way. In the next 4 minutes, I'm going to give you 3 dead simple daily practices, zero cost, no apps, no crystals, that turn every seal from a trap into a reminder of who you really are. Stay with me. Freedom starts right after this pause. You don't have to burn your phone, quit your job, or move to a cave. 3 tiny habits, done in under 5 minutes total per day, are enough to make every seal lose its grip forever. Thousands have already tested them. Here they are. Practice 1. The morning glance the moment you wake up and reach for your phone, but stop. Hold it in your hand, look at the logo on the back. Silently say inside, I see you. You are not my source. Then breathe in for 4 counts, out for 6. Do it once. That single pause breaks the first consent of the day. People report the phone suddenly feels heavier, like it lost its magic overnight. Practice 2. The midday reversal whenever you notice a logo that normally pulls you, Starbucks cup, Nike shirt, Target bag. Do this. Trace the shape in the air with your finger, but backwards. Apple bite from right to left. Swoosh from tip to base. Golden arches from top to bottom. Reversing the direction reverses the current. One woman said after 7 days every red cup looked flat, like someone turned the color off. Practice 3. The night release, 2 to 3 minutes before sleep. Lie down, place your hand over your heart. Picture the 10 logos floating in front of you like dim photographs. Speak softly once. I remember where I came from. These images have no claim on me. Then imagine a soft golden light rising from your chest, dissolving each photo into sparkles. Fall asleep while the sparkles drift upward. This rewrites the subconscious contract while you dream. After 14 nights, most people stop dreaming about shopping entirely. Marcus, 34, tech worker, did only the night release for 21 days. On day 22 he walked past an Apple store, felt nothing, kept walking. That afternoon he deleted every shopping app without thinking. His Apple Watch recorded his resting heart rate dropped 8 beats per minute that same week. He sent me a voice note. It's like someone unplugged a vacuum cleaner I didn't know was running in my chest my whole life. The seals only work when you forget who is looking at them. Remember once, just once, and the game is over. Here's the beautiful surprise nobody expects. The moment the seals stop feeding on your attention, many of them literally start to look uglier, faded, cheap. People throw away branded clothes they used to love. The spell doesn't break the objects, it breaks the spell. You now hold the complete map out. All that's left is to take the first step tonight and watch the world change color by morning. Take a slow breath right now. Feel your chest rise and fall. That tiny movement of air is older than every logo combined. It belongs only to you. Tonight, before sleep, do just the night release once. Hand over heart. Golden light rising. 10 photographs dissolving into harmless sparkles. You'll wake up tomorrow and the world will look slightly less shiny and infinitely more real. Your freedom isn't hiding in the next purchase. It's already here, waiting behind your next exhale. If this video reached you for a reason, the seals are losing their grip on someone somewhere, right now, and that someone is you. Tap like if something inside just whispered, finally. Subscribe and turn on the bell, because next week we walk even deeper into the light together. Comment the one logo that surprised you most. I read every single one. Your next big step is waiting inside that glowing cube on the end screen. Don't miss it. See you in the remembering.